Hello everybody, Nathan Forst here reviewing The Family for you today. The Family is a comedic action crime drama starring Robert De Niro, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Tommy Lee Jones. Here's the trailer.
What are you writing?
My memoirs. It's good for me to write the truth on the mob, to say what really happened.
This gets out, you're dead.
I'm on a trail of Giovanni Manzoni.
I got one of the nastiest hitmen ever to walk the earth, ready to kill me and my whole family.
They're here. They found us.
But with a family like mine, we know exactly what we gotta do.
They can pay him and all his family.
You're a maniac.
Thank you.
What can I say? All habits die hard.
Okay.
Where you been?
I was just walking the dog.
The Family. You're not exactly keeping a low profile.
I know.
Rated R.
There may be a few spoilers in this review. They won't ruin the movie, but you have been warned. Although a comedy, this movie is quite graphic in its presentation. It has some dark moments that will creep up on you. So, if violence and blood bother you, I wouldn't recommend going to see this film. Giovanni Manzoni, Robert De Niro, is an ex-mobster that snitched on his former crime associates and is being hunted by the mob. He and his family are in witness protection, being moved from place to place because they keep attracting too much attention to themselves. That is the gag of this movie, and it becomes tiring very quickly. The movie starts off with the family moving into a new neighborhood. This time a small French town. It doesn't take them long to attract a lot of attention to themselves and begin to drive Robert Stansfield, Tommy Lee Jones' character, the FBI agent in charge of Giovanni's case, crazy. In the beginning of the film, Michelle Pfeiffer's character, Maggie, the wife of Giovanni and the mother of his children, is shopping in a small marketplace. She asks the clerk where the peanut butter is located, and the clerk, in a snotty French accent, says, "Ho, ho, ho! We don't serve that kind of stuff here." That was the worst French accent I have ever heard, and I'm very sorry for inflicting it upon you. She begins to walk away, but while she is making her way down an aisle, she hears a few people making fun of her, and an extension, all Americans. They were saying all this in French, by the way, so the audience is led to believe that Maggie, a mob man's wife from Brooklyn, USA, somehow knows how to speak French. She takes offense to their statements, goes into the back, finds a fuel can, and blows up the entire shop. The theater chuckled while I just rolled my eyes and groaned. It was a stupid scene. She gets home, talks with her husband, and the audience is let in on a family secret. Apparently she has a tendency to just blow things up in the towns they move into. Yeah, because that's realistic. That is but one example of many such stunts pulled by the family. Each member of their family takes turns beating people up and bringing attention to themselves. All the while, the family is being watched over by the most incompetent FBI agents in the world. Not only that, but it does not occur to the members of the family that they are still being hunted by gangsters. If they find them, they will kill each and every one of them. I don't know about you, but if I was being hunted by crazy killers, I'd keep a low profile. I wouldn't risk getting myself killed over some French people making fun of me for eating peanut butter. I know it is a comedy, but even comedies have to be somewhat believable in the setting they are in. In this sense, the movie fails to amuse. Robert De Niro's character is very hard to like. After all, he is a man that was a mobster. He is a violent, brutish asshole that has fantasies where he slaughters innocent people for laughing at him. Throughout the film, he beats people up, apparently attracting no attention from the useless FBI agents charged with monitoring him and his family. If this was strictly a crime drama, that would be okay. You don't have to like characters in crime dramas. You should at least be able to relate to them somewhat to create a sense of connection between the on-screen characters and the audience, but you don't have to like them. But comedies are lighter, fluffier creations. Most of the time, writers want the audience to like the main characters in a comedy. You can tell they tried to make him appealing to the audience, but it was a lackluster effort. During the whole film, I was hoping the mob would catch up to him and put him out of my misery. The overall writing of the film is pretty lousy. Towards the end of the film, Giovanni's son writes a one-sentence catchphrase for an English class and it ends up in the local small-town newspaper. Somehow, this newspaper travels around the globe and makes it back to the people that are hunting Giovanni and his family. The catchphrase was simply, "What's good enough for you is good enough for me." Out of that, and the seemingly divine happenstance of getting the newspaper in the first place, the mobsters send a hit squad to take care of the family. That was the big reveal. It wasn't the crazy family blowing shit up, hitting and assaulting people all over the globe, and attracting all kinds of attention to themselves. It was one sentence in an obscure French newspaper that somehow transported itself across the globe and into an American prison with no apparent design or purpose. When the mobsters arrive in France, the movie gets even worse. Both the son and daughter just happen to be in separate places at different times, seeing the mobsters coming for them. It is quite a convenient way of warning the family. It also serves to eliminate any sense of suspense or urgency the audience might be feeling in the moment. Murders take place, gunfire erupts, and stupidity ensues. Even the very brief firefights were underwhelming. I cannot in good conscience recommend this movie to anyone. If perhaps you are bored as hell and are searching for a silly, horribly written date movie, then I can see why you would waste your money seeing this in theaters. However, you can always just wait for this to be released on Blu-ray, DVD, or digital media. That way you can at least pause the movie to go get some snacks in between stupid scenes. There are a few funny scenes that save the family from an even worse rating, but still, I can only rate it a 4.0 out of 10. I recommend skipping this one.